Hey everybody, you are on the cutting edge and I'm Buck Wild. As usual, the news comes out like water from a fully open fire hydrant. I've tried to select some of the more interesting stories and maybe an odd one or two. As always, do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Now let's get to the news. From the Gateway Pundit, a harm reduction clinic in New York City is handing out packages containing a crack pipe, condoms, and lubricant. The clinic was awarded $400,000 in grants from the Biden administration to provide services to drug addicts in the area, including a safe injection site and clean equipment. The clinic is located right across the street from the Echo Park Children and Family Center. Your tax dollars at work. From Zero Hedge, people who survived COVID-19 infection and were not vaccinated had sky-high protection against severe or fatal COVID-19, researchers in Qatar found. Effectiveness of primary infection against severe, critical, or fatal COVID-19 reinfection was 97.3%. From Breitbart, at least 260,000 American troops, or about 13% of our total force, are not fully vaccinated, despite a Biden regime mandate for the military, and many of them could face discharge. Losing nearly 270,000 troops would devastate our military. That's more than twice as many U.S. troops than died during World War I from all causes, and almost as many as died in combat during World War II. Now that story came out on July 13th. This one came out the next day, also from Breitbart. A district court for the Southern District of Ohio on Thursday morning issued a temporary restraining order prohibiting the Air Force from enforcing the vaccine mandate against any airman who has filed a request for a religious accommodation, according to court documents. Folks, discharging 250,000 service members, supply chain issues, record inflation, a wide open border, and selling oil from our strategic petroleum reserve to countries like China. This is what electing Joe Biden and the Democrats into office have gotten us. Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin must be ecstatic. From the Gateway Pundit, Maricopa County's early mail-in ballots are sparking concerns among voters because their party affiliation is clearly displayed in the corner of the envelope. The county's mail-in ballots are a clear and direct violation of SB 1002, which was signed into law by Governor Ducey on March 18, 2021. My personal opinion, don't request a mail-in ballot, don't use mail-in ballots. Get off your butt and get to the polls. It's one day, folks, one day. If you have a friend, neighbor, whatever, who has mobility issues, offer them a ride to the polls. This last one I thought must have been from the Babylon Bee, but it turns out it's true. From PJ Media, 2 men went to the South Canadian River in Pontotoc County, Oklahoma, to do some noodling. Turns out it's actually bare-handed fishing, where you get into the water and use your hands as bait. You annoy the catfish into biting you and then grab the fish by the mouth. The sport is considered dangerous, yet popular with sportsmen. Well, one of the men claimed that his partner planned to feed him to Bigfoot, so he killed him. Shockingly, the police suspect that drugs were involved. Well, folks, don't lose heart. One of the passages that I was looking at earlier was Philippians 4, verse 6 through 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, make your requests made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your thoughts in Christ Jesus. One other passage that I like is Proverbs 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not upon your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Well, folks, that's my 2 cents for now. I hope that you have a great week, and thanks so much for watching.